Welcome, dear listener, to another deep dive.
Hello.
Today, we're unrolling a topic that's just incredibly rich in history, artistry, and amazing craftsmanship.
You certainly are.
We're diving into the world of Persian and Oriental carpets, and we'll be focusing specifically on the really highly prized and historically significant Tehran rugs.
Mm-hmm.
We want to uncover their unique journey, from ancient origins right up to modern-day collectors.
It's quite a story.
It really is. It's a story woven with threads of history, vibrant dyes, and this enduring cultural heritage that I think truly speaks to the value of the human touch in our, rapidly changing world.
Exactly. And we're drawing our insights today from two really compelling sources.
Yeah.
The first is Babak's Oriental Carpets, Victoria's finest selection, and the second is Tehran Rugs, History, Artistry, and Enduring Legacy.
Got it.
So, our mission in this deep dive is essentially to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from these sources. We want to give you a shortcut, really, to being exceptionally well-informed about these magnificent creations.
So people understand what makes them tick.
Precisely. We'll help you understand their distinctive characteristics, their remarkable market significance, and ultimately how these incredible pieces of art become accessible to enthusiasts and, discerning collectors like you.
Okay, let's really unpack this then. When we talk about these magnificent carpets, our sources consistently highlight one foundational aspect, something that sets them apart, especially today with mass production everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that they are elegantly hand-knotted.
That's the key phrase.
Right. Our sources, when they discuss a place like Babak's Oriental Carpets, they make it clear their selection includes the most magnificent Persian and Oriental carpets the world has to offer.
High praise.
Absolutely. And critically, all of them are elegantly hand-knotted by nomadic tribes or master workshops. So what is it about this hand-knotting? What makes these carpets so profoundly special and well sought after?
Well, that phrase, elegantly hand-knotted, that's really where the profound difference lies. It's absolutely key to understanding their inherent value, their lasting value.
Okay.
When we talk about hand knotting, we're not just describing, a method of production. We're describing a timeless art form. It's a painstaking, incredibly labor-intensive process.
Right.
And it results in a piece that simply cannot be replicated precisely by a machine. It just can't.
So unique pieces every time.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Imagine the dedication involved. Each single knot is tied individually by the weaver, often from memory, passed down through generations.
Wow.
This signifies individual artistry in its purest form. It creates this direct, almost spiritual connection between the artisan and the finished product.
I like that idea, a spiritual connection.
You can really feel it sometimes. Think about the countless hours of meticulous attention to detail, the profound skill involved in tying hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of tiny knots, by hand, for just one carpet.
It's mind-boggling when you put it like that.
It really is. It's a physical manifestation of patience and precision. And, in an age of instant gratification, disposable goods, a hand-knotted rug stands as this sort of defiant monument to the enduring value of the human touch.
Statement piece.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Exactly. A profound statement against mass production that you can literally place in your living space. It's a tangible piece of living art, a link to history, and a vibrant part of culture, all rolled into one.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And those origin points you mentioned, nomadic tribes or master workshops, that sounds really telling too. It speaks volumes about authenticity.
It does.
How does that distinction highlight the diverse roots of these craft forms? What does it tell us about the character of the rugs themselves?
Well, it's a crucial distinction. It points to different expressions of the same deep tradition, really.
Okay.
On one hand, you have the nomadic tribes. Their weaving is often just an integral part of their daily life, a necessity as much as an art form, you could say.
Right. Practical as well as beautiful.
Precisely. Their designs tend to be more spontaneous, often geometric. They embody centuries of inherited knowledge passed down through generations within the family or the community.
It's very personal.
Very personal, yes. These pieces carry an earthy, deeply authentic character. They reflect the immediate environment, the personal stories of the weavers, often woven for personal use or maybe local trade. That makes them incredibly unique.
And the master workshops, how do they differ?
Then you have the master workshops. These are typically in more urban centers. They represent a more formalized, structured approach, sometimes commissioned work.
Oh, okay.
Here, weavers might work from pre-drawn cartoons or highly intricate designs provided by master designers.
More planned out.
Exactly. That allows for far greater intricacy, complex curvilinear patterns, and often a specific design continuity associated with that workshop or city. They might use specialized techniques, higher knot counts, things like that.
So two different streams, but both valuing tradition.
Absolutely. Both uphold an unwavering commitment to traditional craftsmanship, a lineage of skill that connects us directly to the past.
Right.
So acquiring a carpet, an unbroken lineage of skill, and an authenticity that, frankly, machine-made products can never replicate.
That commitment to tradition is key then.
It's the cornerstone of their value, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it sets the stage perfectly for our deep dive into one of the most revered categories, Tehran rugs.
Okay, Tehran rugs.
What's truly fascinating here is how the history of a city is, well, quite literally interwoven into its most famous creations. Tehran isn't just a capital city.
No.
It's a living, breathing part of rug history. If we connect this to the broader picture, the dynamic journey of Tehran itself has profoundly shaped the very fabric of its rug-making legacy.
How so? Tell us about Tehran's history in relation to these rugs.
Well, our sources tell us Tehran bears an illustrious history, and it dates back over 2,000 years.
2,000 years, wow.
Yeah, right. With roots in the era of the Medes. Think about that for a moment. 2 millennia of human endeavor, cultural shifts, artistic evolution.
Incredible.
This city has been the focal point of many significant epochs, including the Qajar, the Pahlavi, and the Islamic Republic periods.
So major historical shifts.
Absolutely. And each of these eras brought its own distinct influences, its own aesthetic preferences, its own unique economic and political landscapes.
Which would naturally affect art production.
Indelibly. The sources explicitly state that all these factors have indelibly shaped the city's culture and its rug-making heritage.
And it became the capital.
When was that?
Officially, it became the capital of Persia under the Qajar Dynasty in 1795, solidifying its role as the nerve center of the nation from 1796 onwards.
Okay.
And that transition to capital status, that was a real turning point for its artistic output. That's a fascinating point about Tehran becoming the capital. How did that shift in political status actually impact the city's rug-making industry? Did it draw in specific talents or encourage new styles that we now associate with Tehran rugs?
It absolutely did. Becoming the capital wasn't just a political label. It was a massive catalyst for artistic development, a magnet for talent.
Makes sense. The center of power attracts artisans.
Precisely. The prestige, the wealth of the capital, it naturally attracted a confluence of the finest skilled artisans, master weavers, designers from all corners of the Persian Empire.
A concentration of skill.
Exactly. And along with this influx of talent came the discerning patrons, the royal court, wealthy merchants, foreign dignitaries.
People with money and taste.
Right. People with immense wealth and the desire to commission exquisite works that reflected their status and taste.
So demand drove innovation.
It certainly did. This concentration of both talent and demand fostered an incredibly competitive and innovative environment. It pushed the boundaries of what was technically and artistically possible in rug production.
Leading to
the development of more sophisticated designs, finer weaves, richer color palettes. It essentially created this vibrant melting pot of creativity. And that directly influenced and defined the characteristic designs and techniques that make Tehran rugs so distinctive today.
So even with all that deep history, Tehran continues to thrive today, doesn't it? It's not just a historical artifact.
Precisely, and it continues to be a vibrant metropolis. It's Iran's most populous city, over 8 million people, staggering, really.
Huge city.
It's huge. It remains an undisputed economic, cultural, and political powerhouse for the entire region. Its strategic location always made it a historical crossroads, constantly attracting trade, new ideas, diverse cultural influences.
A hub?
Definitely. And its architectural and cultural attractions reinforce that status as a hub of international interest and influence.
So the city's spirit continues, even if rug making has changed.
Exactly. This continuous evolution and prominence means that even as historical production methods and scales might have changed, the city's enduring spirit, its deep artistic inclination, it persists. It continues to find new forms of expression and appreciation, even if the primary output isn't weaving on the same scale it once was.
That's a thorough foundation.
Yeah.
So, given this incredibly rich historical backdrop, how did it all translate into the actual production of rugs over time? We heard about different dynasties, different policies. How did those shifts impact the craft itself? It sounds like a truly dynamic journey for this art form.
It truly is a dynamic and compelling narrative, full of fascinating ebbs and flows.
Right.
Our sources reveal that Tehran carpets from the turn of the 20th century, which were produced on a limited scale, mind you, are particularly known in the antique carpet market today.
Limited scale even back then, so rare from the start almost.
That gives you a sense of their rarity even a century ago, yes. Makes them exceptionally prized finds today. It was during the Qajar Dynasty in the 19th century that Tehran genuinely emerged as a prominent center for rug production.
Ah, the golden age, perhaps.
You could call it that. It was fueled by the capital's prestige, that influx of highly skilled weavers migrating there. It led to a period of significant flourishing for the craft within the city.
More workshops, developing styles.
Exactly. This era saw an expansion of master workshops and the development of those intricate formal styles that would come to define Tehran rugs.
But then it seems things took a significant turn. A bit of a curveball in the story.
That's right.
The sources mention that modernization policies under the Pahlavi dynasty in the 20th century saw a shift in emphasis from traditional crafts, and this caused a decline in rug production.
A definite decline, yes.
And, quite definitively, production was discontinued in the 1940s. That sounds like a remarkable, almost stark break in a very long, proud tradition. What were the forces behind such a significant decline?
It was indeed a significant shift. And this dynamic interplay between political shifts and traditional crafts, it's a recurring theme throughout history, not just in Persia.
True.
The Pahlavi era's drive for rapid modernization, industrialization, while maybe seen as beneficial for national development in other sectors, it inadvertently de-emphasized traditional craft production, including rug weaving.
So progress in one area meant decline in another.
There was a conscious pivot towards modern industries, a push away from what was perhaps perceived as antiquated. However, what's incredibly fascinating here,
Yes.
even after this decline, and particularly after World War II, the nearby city of Varamin, it's located quite close to the capital.
Okay.
Varamin began to produce similar carpets that were marketed as Tehran carpets.
Really? Using the Tehran name.
Yes, which speaks volumes about the enduring appeal, the established reputation, the sheer recognition of the Tehran name itself, even when direct, large-scale production in the capital had largely ceased.
Wow. Like a brand name almost.
Almost a tribute, you could say, an acknowledgement of the high standards Tehran had set.
So it's almost as if the spirit of Tehran's rug-making heritage found a new home nearby.
In a way, yes.
And despite those significant changes, the reduced scale. The sources tell us that today, while the city may not produce rugs on the same scale as before, the heritage and skill of Tehran's rug-making culture remain.
They do remain.
Exemplified in its rare and highly prized pieces. It's almost paradoxical, isn't it? That the reduced production might have inadvertently contributed to their current rarity and high value in the antique market.
That's a great observation.
If they were mass-produced, maybe they wouldn't hold the same cachet or historical reverence.
Absolutely. That period of limited production, the decline under the Pahlavis, it inadvertently created a situation where the surviving antique pieces became exceedingly rare, and thus incredibly valuable today.
Classic supply and demand, enhanced by history.
It's a classic case of scarcity enhancing desirability. And the resilience of these artisanal skills through changing eras, despite all these challenges, it's truly remarkable.
And speaking of challenges, you briefly mentioned earlier about environmental factors curbing production.
Yeah.
How did something like the availability of grazing land play into this historical ebb and flow?
Ah, yes. That's a crucial, often overlooked detail. It points to the multifaceted nature of these traditional craft industries.
Right.
Our sources do highlight that limited grazing area prevented the proliferation of sheep herding and therefore also curbed carpet production over the centuries.
So not enough sheep, not enough wool.
Essentially, high-quality wool is the fundamental material for most Persian rugs. Without ample grazing land nearby, the supply of local, superior wool is constrained.
A practical limitation.
A very practical constraint. It meant that while the skill and artistic ambition were always there in Tehran, the sheer volume of production was historically limited by this raw material availability.
Forcing a focus on quality over quantity.
It certainly encouraged that, yes, making each piece even more precious. It also meant that sometimes wool had to be sourced from other regions, adding complexity and cost.
So what does it mean for a craft when its production scales down, but its heritage and skill remain through these rare and exquisite pieces?
It's profound, really. It signifies that the value shifts. It moves away from widespread availability towards exclusive artistry.
Oh,
This legacy of craftsmanship continues to be appreciated, not just by private collectors, but it's noteworthy that Tehran rugs are still commissioned by museums and discerning buyers even today.
so it's not just about antiques.
No, it's about recognizing an unbroken artistic lineage, a continued demand for the highest levels of design and execution despite historical and environmental curbs on output.
And the history goes back even further, doesn't it?
The sources even cite evidence suggesting rug production in the area dating back 3,500 years.
3,500 years.
Incredible, isn't it? With two distinct flourishes of increased carpet production happening during the late 18th century and again in the late 1800s to early 1900s.
Wow.
It speaks to an inherent, deep-seated connection to the craft in that region, overcoming various limitations through time.
From this incredible, often challenging history of production, let's now dive into what makes a Tehran rug visually, materially distinct. When someone sees one, what are the immediate artistic signatures that jump out?
Okay.
Because these aren't just rugs, are they? They're truly magnificent canvases, telling stories through sophisticated designs and masterful use of color.
You've hit on the core of their appeal there. Our sources tell us Tehran rugs are revered for their sophisticated designs.
Sophisticated in what way?
Well, they often draw inspiration from classic Persian themes. The Persian gardens, Shahbasi motifs, hunting scenes.
Familiar motifs, perhaps, but done differently?
Done with particular finesse, and these elements aren't merely decorative, they're deeply symbolic, culturally resonant.
Like the Persian gardens, what do they represent?
Take the Persian gardens, for instance. They're not just landscapes, they represent paradise on earth, order, tranquility, the promise of renewal.
So a deeper meaning.
Absolutely. So when you see a garden motif woven into a rug, you're looking at a deeply ingrained cultural ideal, a microcosm of utopia, if you will.
Fascinating.
These designs also incorporate intricate floral patterns and detailed animal depictions, rendering a rich tableau of Persian culture.
Specific motifs mentioned.
Common motifs include the bota or paisley, that distinctive teardrop shape,
How did I know the one?
often interpreted as a cypress tree symbolizing life and eternity, or maybe a flame representing spirituality. Also other florals and those intricate depictions of animal and hunting scenes.
That's fascinating about the symbolism. So it's not just pretty pictures, but a narrative woven in.
Exactly.
And how do these complex designs reflect the skill of the weavers? You mentioned finesse.
Well, what's truly fascinating about these specific motifs is that they are, as you say, not merely decorative, but profoundly rooted in cultural narratives and symbolic meaning. Okay. The intricate hunting scenes, for example, can be seen as allegories of power, the bounty of nature, even the triumph of good over evil. They tell a story within the threads. The sources clarify these motifs are rich in symbolism.
Right.
Furthermore, the designs are consistently influenced by other iconic weaving centers.
So not created in isolation.
No, Tehran weavers were actively participating in a broader artistic dialogue across Persia, adapting and perfecting motifs from Tabriz, Isfahan, Kashan.
A melting pot again?
In a design sense, yes. They typically exhibit finely rendered curvilinear floral motifs and vinery.
Curvilinear meaning flowing lines, not geometric.
Exactly, reflecting incredible precision and artistic intent. This curvilinear style, as opposed to the more geometric patterns in some tribal rugs, allows for a breathtaking fluidity, an organic feel that truly brings the designs to life.
Which must be harder to weave.
It requires a higher knot density and greater skill to execute properly, yes.
And in rare instances, the sources highlight that these rugs capture stunning versions of the classic Garden of Paradise design. To imagine that on a rug with incredibly detailed flora and fauna, that's quite something.
It really is.
We also hear about specific details ornamenting the weaving. Realistic birds, gazelle, leopards, vases, tree-of-life designs. This level of detailed realism isn't easy to achieve in weaving, is it?
No, achieving that level of detailed realism in weaving requires immense skill, almost unfathomable skill and precision.
Right.
The antique Tehran rugs are consistently praised for their inventive use of exquisitely rendered, primarily botanical and pictorial designs. The depth of detail is truly remarkable, almost like a miniature painting brought to life in wool or silk.
Like a painting you can walk on almost.
In a sense, the sources even state that the best 19th century examples can be unfathomably detailed with a plethora of exotic colors.
Unfathomably detailed.
Suggesting an almost overwhelming richness and complexity that just draws you in, invites you to discover new elements each time you look.
And this continued.
It wasn't just limited to the 19th century. Works from the first quarter of the 20th century retain their exceptionally fine weave. They featured painstakingly drawn designs such as the mille fleurs.
Mille fleurs. 1,000 flowers.
Exactly, creating an effect of dense, scattered floral motifs like a wild meadow. Also, vase designs and various renditions of the garden design.
So a consistent level of artistry over time.
Yes, even as the scale of production changed, it's a powerful testament to the enduring mastery of Tehran's weavers. It strongly suggests a deep-seated tradition of design academies, master-apprentice relationships, meticulously preserving and passing down these sophisticated techniques.
And what about the colors that bring these intricate designs to life? Are they as distinct, as consciously chosen as the motifs themselves?
They absolutely are, and they are a hallmark of Tehran rugs.
Yeah.
The color palette predominantly features deep reds, soft blues, and regal ivories.
Classic, rich colors.
Classic, timeless hues. They create a sense of harmony, richness, depth, a perfect canvas for the intricate designs.
And how are these colors achieved?
What's absolutely crucial here, and what speaks to their enduring quality, is that the hues are achieved from natural dyes.
Natural dyes. That's significant, isn't it?
Incredibly significant. Natural dyes derive painstakingly from plants, insects, minerals, produce a depth, a subtlety, a longevity of color that synthetic dyes simply cannot match.
They age differently.
They possess a living quality. They age beautifully, developing a softer, more nuanced patina over time, rather than fading harshly. The sources also specifically note Tehran rugs are renowned for their effective use of harmonious colors, which would customarily feature a specific shade of violet red.
A specific shade.
Yes, imbuing the rugs with a distinctly luminescent quality. This specific shade of violet red acts almost like a signature.
Luminescent.
Yeah.
Like it glows.
It creates a unique shimmer, a vibrancy that makes the rug appear almost to glow from within, like embers. It enhances the overall aesthetic impact, makes them instantly recognizable to the discerning eye.
So it's not just a red, it's that red.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not just a color, it's a living hue. It seems to absorb and reflect light, shifting like silk in the breeze, imbuing the entire piece with this captivating inner light.
That's a truly evocative description. And I noticed a small but intriguing connection in the sources to the local climate. How does Tehran's semi-arid climate, with hot summers and cold winters, play a role in the drying of hand-dyed wool? How does geography link to the final product?
It's a subtle but profoundly important connection. It highlights how every element, from the environment to the artisan's hand, contributes to the final exceptional quality.
How does the climate affect drying?
Well, climate directly influences one of the crucial steps, the drying of the newly dyed wool. A semi-arid climate with distinct hot summers and cold winters provides ideal conditions for slow, even drying.
So drying is better.
Absolutely vital, especially for wool treated with those natural dyes we just discussed. It helps to set the colors more deeply and evenly within the wool fibers.
Wow.
It contributes significantly to their remarkable fastness and that luminescent quality we admire. It prevents rapid, uneven drying, which could lead to inconsistent dye penetration, splotches, or even brittleness.
So nature lends a hand in quality control.
It's a natural form of quality control, yes, allowing the dyes to fully penetrate and bind to the wool, ensuring the colors remain vibrant and true for generations.
It's clear the beauty isn't just in the design and color, it's rooted deeply in the very construction. Tell us more about the superior materials and the uncompromising craftsmanship that define Tehran rugs.
This is precisely where their exceptional durability, longevity, and intricate detail come from. Tehran rugs are typically made from high-quality wool for the pile.
The part you feel underfoot.
Exactly. While the warp and weft, the foundation threads, usually feature cotton or silk.
And these choices matter.
The choice of materials is far from arbitrary. It's a deliberate selection for superior performance. High-quality wool, often locally sourced or carefully selected, provides a pile that's not only incredibly soft and luxurious, but also remarkably resilient and durable. It can withstand decades, even centuries, of use without losing its integrity.
And the cotton or silk foundation.
The cotton or silk in the warp and weft provides immense strength and stability to the entire rug structure. Prevents stretching, distortion, warping over time.
Built to last.
Absolutely. The superb quality of these materials ensures that Tehran rugs are durable and maintain their luster over time. That's why you can still find antique examples today in such incredible, often museum-worthy condition, retaining their vibrant colors and soft texture.
And then there's the knot density, which I think is a really critical technical detail.
It is deep.
The sources state that Tehran rugs exhibit a high knot density, often exceeding 500 knots per square inch, kpsi. Now, for listeners who might not be familiar with that metric, what does a knot density often exceeding 500 kpsi truly signify for the rug's quality and, well, the weaver's skill?
That high knot density, often exceeding 500 kpsi, it's nothing short of a monumental testament to the weaver's extraordinary skill and precision.
How should we think about that number?
To put it in relatable terms, think of it like pixel density on a high-definition screen, or thread count in fine linen.
Ah, okay. More knots, finer picture.
Exactly. The more knots per square inch, the finer, denser, and more compact the weave. This incredibly high density is precisely what allows for the creation of those unbelievably detailed and elaborate designs.
Especially the pictorial ones.
Particularly the intricate pictorial designs and the fine curvilinear motifs we discussed earlier. It's what enables those unfathomably detailed 19th century examples to capture realistic birds, delicate gazelles, intricate floral patterns with such breathtaking clarity, sharpness, minute distinction.
And it affects the feel and durability, too.
Absolutely. A higher KPSI also means a denser, more substantial pile that can withstand far more wear and tear over generations. It contributes significantly to the rug's luxurious feel underfoot.
Right.
And enhances how it catches and reflects light, magnifying its luster and overall visual appeal. This density is the absolute bedrock of their aesthetic and functional superiority.
Which is why collectors value it.
Making them highly valued by connoisseurs and collectors alike who understand these technical nuances. The sources consistently highlight their fine quality and exquisite designs, and note they are often the result of fine, often formal, workshop production.
Formal workshops imply high standards.
It implies a disciplined environment focused on absolute perfection and adherence to the high standards, yes.
So it's about uncompromising artistry and precision craftsmanship that makes them, as the source says, peerlessly beautiful standalone pieces.
Precisely.
Given this incredible artistry and their naturally limited production, what does this mean for their availability and value in the market today? If they're so magnificent, why aren't they perhaps more widely known among casual buyers?
That's a crucial and insightful question, and it comes down to a fascinating interplay of historical production and, well, the economics of scarcity.
Scarcity drives value.
Our sources clearly state that Tehran carpets are scarce in the marketplace, and thus the best examples are highly sought-after collectibles when they are available. This isn't because of some secret society or intentional marketing strategy. It's a direct reality dictated by their historical production volumes and the sheer quality of their craftsmanship.
And why aren't they better known to newcomers?
They are not readily known to newcomers because of their small scale of production and very limited supply. And here's a key point, with the vast majority of pieces already residing in private collections.
That makes perfect sense. If most of them are already tucked away in private hands, passed down through generations, or acquired by seasoned collectors, well, it certainly intensifies the hunt for the few available examples that do come to market.
It does.
It's almost like searching for a rare manuscript that only a handful of libraries or private individuals possess.
That's a good analogy.
This inherently limited supply, coupled with a high and discerning demand from those who truly understand their value, naturally elevates their highly sought-after status. It's not about fleeting hype. It's about intrinsic, artistic, historical, material value combined with genuine rarity.
Precisely. And this scarcity, combined with their exceptional quality, is universally reinforced by the consensus among leading experts.
What do the experts say?
Rug scholars and collectors unequivocally agree that their uncompromising artistry and precision craftsmanship make them peerlessly beautiful, standalone pieces.
Unequivocally agree. Strong words.
This isn't just marketing copy. It's recognition by the most informed, experienced individuals in the field, those who dedicate their lives to studying and appreciating these textiles.
Right.
When something is both exquisitely made to the highest possible standards and incredibly rare due to its unique history, its value naturally soars. It's a classic case of supply and demand, but with that added profound layer of historical and artistic significance. Makes each piece a genuine treasure.
So it's clear these rugs aren't just about scarcity. It's about what these pieces represent beyond merely being a floor covering.
Exactly.
This leads us directly to their significant investment value and, perhaps even more importantly, their unwavering allure through time.
The allure of a Tehran rug remains undiminished even today, perhaps even growing stronger as more mass-produced items flood the market.
A counterpoint to the disposable.
Indeed. Each piece isn't just an object of beauty. It literally tells a story of the city's fascinating history and vibrant culture. This takes us far beyond a purely monetary investment.
Although they are an investment too.
Oh, certainly. They are highly valued for their fine quality and exquisite designs and represent a tangible asset. But their true investment, arguably, lies in their profound cultural and historical significance.
More than just money.
They are not merely floor coverings or decorative items. They're a tangible piece of Iran's rich rug-weaving history, with designs profoundly influenced by various cultural and artistic traditions over centuries. Owning one is like being a custodian of a piece of global heritage.
That deeper connection to history and culture truly elevates them, doesn't it? It's not just about what it's made of or how much it's worth, but the narrative it carries, the centuries of human endeavor it embodies.
Well said.
And the sources hint at this lasting impact when they say that viewing one of these gems is a memorable moment indeed, and one that will not fade quickly. What contributes to this lasting impression? And the fact that Tehran rugs are still commissioned by museums and discerning buyers, even though large-scale production decreased, it speaks to a value beyond mere antique status.
That lasting impression comes from the exquisite synergy of all the elements we've discussed.
The details, the colors.
The unfathomably detailed designs that invite endless discovery. The plethora of exotic colors that seem to shift and glow. That distinctly luminescent quality achieved through natural dyes and meticulous drying.
And the density.
And the sheer density of the knotting that gives them such a robust, luxurious presence. When you stand before such a piece, you're not just looking at a pattern.
No.
You're witnessing the culmination of centuries of inherited skill, profound artistic vision, painstaking labor, executed with an almost meditative precision.
An immersive experience.
It really is. An immersive experience into Persian culture. A piece of history you can not only touch and behold, but also feel on a deeper, almost visceral level.
And the fact they're still commissioned?
The fact that museums and discerning buyers continue to actively commission new pieces, despite the reduced scale of historical production, speaks volumes about this enduring artistic merit.
Shows the value isn't just historical.
Exactly. It shows the value isn't purely antique or nostalgic. It's also about the continuation of a living, high art tradition. These are living works of art representing the pinnacle of weaving.
Right.
Making them highly desirable for those who prioritize unparalleled quality, a deep connection to cultural heritage, and an appreciation for true craftsmanship that transcends fleeting trends. It's a powerful affirmation that certain levels of artistic excellence will always find a patron, regardless of market shifts or changes in industrial production.
So, for those captivated by this world, by the rich history and intricate artistry we've uncovered, by the allure of these truly extraordinary pieces, how can they connect with these treasures, especially if they are as rare and precious as we've described? This raises an important question. How do you even begin to acquire one? And, crucially, how do you ensure you're getting genuine quality, authentic historical value?
This is precisely where specialized knowledge, deep experience, and, frankly, an honorable reputation become absolutely paramount, particularly in a nuanced, often complex market like fine Oriental carpets.
You need a trusted guide.
You really do. Our sources introduce us to a remarkable family legacy in this very business. We learn that Dr. Houshiar Rizwani has successfully built an honorable reputation in the carpet business over the past 35 years in Graz, Austria.
35 years. That's serious experience.
Over 3 decades of dedicated experience. Discerning true quality, cultivating deep relationships with weavers, collectors, navigating the intricate global market. He is clearly delighted to offer his knowledge and experience in this specialty business. This isn't just about making a sale. It's about guiding, educating, sharing a profound passion for these woven works of art.
That kind of legacy matter.
This kind of inherited expertise and long-standing reputation is simply invaluable for anyone looking to acquire pieces of this caliber.
And it seems this expertise truly runs in the family, which adds another layer of trust and continuity.
It does.
His son, Babak Rizwani, is the store owner and operator of the Victoria Showroom, located at 919 Fort Street in Victoria, BC, Canada.
That's right.
The showroom itself opened in August 1994, meaning Babak has been actively running this specialized business for nearly 3 decades now.
A long time in the field.
This isn't just a business for him. It's clearly a lifetime passion, a continuation of a family tradition.
Absolutely. Babak has been around the carpet business his entire life, which means he grew up immersed in this world from a very young age.
Learned it from the ground up.
Exactly. This isn't knowledge gleaned merely from a textbook. It's absorbed through osmosis, through countless hours of exposure, handling innumerable carpets, learning directly from his father, developing an innate, almost intuitive sense of quality and authenticity.
That hands-on experience is irreplaceable.
It really is. This deep personal engagement is precisely why he has a vast knowledge of most carpets from around the world, and specifically, he specializes in carpets from Persia.
So, deep expertise combined with reputation.
This deep generational background and honorable reputation are crucial because they build an indispensable foundation of trust.
Especially important in this market.
In a market where genuine antique pieces can be incredibly difficult to authenticate, where reproductions exist, where value can be subjective, this kind of trusted expertise is not just valuable, it's essential. It ensures the selection available to customers represents truly high-quality, authentic pieces.
That dedication to both the craft and the customer truly shines through. The sources highlight that Babak is dedicated to the study of Oriental carpets, and he is always pleased to share his knowledge for those interested in the historical significance, hand-knotting techniques, investment value, and overall quality of Persian and Oriental carpets.
Which is fantastic.
That's exactly the kind of transparent, knowledgeable guidance a newcomer or even an experienced collector would deeply appreciate when exploring such an intricate and valuable world. It makes the pursuit feel less daunting, perhaps.
It absolutely does. It's not just about knowing the carpets inside and out. It's about making them accessible, supporting the customer throughout their entire journey, from initial interest to long-term care.
Right.
Babak is proud to provide an exclusive selection of Persian and Oriental carpets to the homes and businesses of Victoria and Vancouver Island. But what truly bridges the gap between these rare, valuable pieces and a discerning customer is the comprehensive suite of services they offer.
Services designed to help the buyer.
Services designed to demystify the process, yes. Addressing common concerns from maintenance right through to purchase confidence.
So, beyond simply having an incredible collection, what specific services do they provide to truly help someone navigate what can often be a complex, high-value purchase?
Well, they've anticipated and addressed virtually every aspect a potential buyer might need. For instance, worldwide shipping.
So, accessible anywhere.
Means these treasures aren't confined to local buyers, they can reach enthusiasts across the globe. They also provide essential aftercare, professional carpet repair and cleaning.
Which is vital for preservation.
Absolutely vital for preserving the longevity, beauty, and value of these significant investments for generations.
What if you already own a piece?
If you already own a carpet, they offer expert appraisal services, helping you understand its true market value, and even a trade-in and purchasing counter.
Oh, interesting. Flexible option.
Provides flexible options for existing collectors looking to refresh or expand their collections.
And it sounds like they really prioritize education and transparency in their approach.
They do, which is critical in this field. They provide information sheets on all carpets.
Documenting the piece's history.
Gives you a documented history, details about specific motifs, materials, origin, your unique piece's story.
Practical conveniences, too.
For practical convenience, yes. Domestic free shipping, all purchases above $500, and free delivery service, though, always wise to inquire about any specific restrictions for the latter.
Right.
But perhaps one of the most invaluable services, especially for a high-value, often subjective purchase, like an antique carpet,
Yes.
is trials at no obligation.
Trials. You mean take it home.
Exactly. This is critical because a rug looks entirely different in a brightly lit showroom than it does in your actual home,
Yeah.
under your lighting, with your furniture, your existing decor.
That makes a huge difference.
It really does. This service allows you to truly see how the piece integrates into your space without any pressure or commitment to buy. It fosters confidence, ensures genuine satisfaction, makes a significant investment feel completely comfortable.
That's a fantastic service.
This comprehensive approach truly bridges the gap, makes the rare, valuable world of Tehran rugs accessible even for newcomers to collecting. It's about building a relationship, fostering trust, sharing a genuine passion for these magnificent works.
A complete package.
For those interested in connecting with this legacy, Babak's Oriental Carpets offers a truly comprehensive approach. And of course, you can find their full contact details and hours on our show notes for this episode.
We've truly taken a profound deep dive today into the exquisite world of Tehran rugs.
We certainly have.
From their ancient roots in Iran's vibrant capital to their esteemed place in private collections and showrooms around the world. We've seen how centuries of history, unparalleled artistry, strategic shifts in political landscapes, even a city's unique climate,
All interconnected.
all contribute to the unique character and enduring legacy of these magnificent pieces, making them more than just objects, but compelling narratives intricately woven in wool and silk.
And we've also seen how dedicated expertise, like that found at Babak's Oriental Carpets, helps bridge that gap, making it possible for individuals to not only acquire, but truly bring these pieces of living history into their own lives.
Right.
It's a powerful reminder, I think, that true knowledge in a field shared with passion opens up incredible opportunities for discovery and allows the irreplaceable legacy of human craftsmanship to endure for generations to come, creating connections across time and culture.
So, as you reflect on this incredible journey through threads of history and artistry, consider this final thought. What piece of our world's rich heritage, woven with such dedication and skill, do you want to bring into your space? And how do you discern true quality and lasting value, not just in what you own, but in the profound stories and unparalleled craftsmanship that surround you, waiting to be appreciated, preserved, and passed on?